Yeah, welcome in the Knight Fieldhouse for Lone Peak Boys Basketball. Dusty Lister, Hector Marquez, Kenzie Valentine with you. Eliza Larson running the camera tonight. But Hector, this was a fun game at the Grove. And coming into this one, expect to see something a little different from Coach McAllister. And even different from Lone Peak. No Isaac Staley again tonight. But Chamberlain Burgess, you saw him on Friday night, played possibly his best game of the season.
I think they're going to have to go to him. He's the biggest kid on the floor. He's going to get some touches. PG's going to shoot a lot of threes. Curious if they'll go man or zone up.
They sent out to Hanson for three. No. Rebound, fought for and taken away by Makai Peterson, the future football player. He's been getting offers to play wide receiver, had an outstanding year. You see him at SUU. Had to pass up the layup for the three. No. Rebound taken by Burgess. Quick up the floor. Cogswell reverses and is fouled by Makai Peterson. And that is going to put Ty Cogswell, the junior, at the line for two free throws.
And Lone Peak's got a bigger lineup with Cogswell and Burgess out there. I was watching Cogswell play in the JV game earlier today, and he looked good.
Hit that dunk.
He had a really nice dunk.
Papa Cogswell set just below us to our left.
I think if Cogswell can kind of figure out his role and him and Burgess can play together, I think that they can hang with the big dogs in 6A.
Well, if they can find a way to get them hang together, and you get Staley back, and they can become really formidable.
Yep. I mean, Tom Kramer's playing amazing. Enoch Mitchell coming in off the bench.
And Jackson Taylor can stroke it from the outside when he gets it going, too.
He can get going in a hurry.
Yeah, that ball inside, and Hadley gets the and one.
And that's the one thing to watch in this game. With so much movement and perimeter play from PG, they're going to pull out Cogswell and Burgess. It leaves nobody protecting.
I'll explain at halftime. So after the rebound down the floor with Kramer. Well, Tom Kramer can get going. That was a little just disjointed, and Makai Peterson picks up foul number 2.
And that's going to be the struggle. What are we going to do when Burgess gets a touchdown low? Are they going to dig? Are they going to come in from the backside? Are they going to bring the double from the top? Right there, it looked like they brought too many guys over, and Peterson kind of got caught hitting him on the arm.
So to the line, the junior Chamberlain Burgess. And this is the first. Chamberlain's gotten some interesting praise. He's has an offer from Utah State. There was someone that said, look out, this kid reminds me of Keith Van Horn. And I may not be a Ute fan, but I do hold that name in some reverence. What Keith Van Horn was in college. That's a lofty expectation. And even when he did in the NBA, that dude was in the NBA forever.
He was. And I could see some of the comparison, but
the hair looks similar.
we got to get Chamberlain Burgess a dye kit or something. I remember one year Keith Van Horn dyed his hair like platinum.
The platinum, and it was
it seems to be back in style now with the kids.
It's coming back. It always comes back. And it was the year he hit the 2 buzzer beaters in the WAC tournament. Step back, Taylor, short. And the rebound taken by Palmer.
And we could just look across the student section. There's at least 25 kids with bleached hair.
As that one goes, and the 3 there for Ethan Hilliard. And a 5-2 start. Jackson Taylor with the flyby, long on the 3. Rebound and run out, Ty Palmer. Oh, he had Hilliard, got it to him a little late. Hilliard retreats to the corner. Oh, nice find inside, and one, yes! Hadley's second and 1 of the quarter, and what a start for Coach McAllister's Vikings. 7-2, looking for 8 at the line.
And even though that was kind of on a fast break, they did pull out Cogswell and Burgess, so there's no rim protection right now. And then we get the hockey subs coming in here.
Yeah, Randy McAllister remembers when he first started coaching in the state of Utah. Coach Mark Dubois at Bingham in 06 and 07 and in 08. He ran blue and white was the name of his lineups. Now, granted, he had that many good players at the time.
It's got to be hard to scout them. Like, okay, when this lineup comes in, you guard. There's a lot of movement going on.
So much. Is Kramer along the baseline to Haskett. Seth sends it out to Cogswell. Big man drives, send it back out. Haskett for three. Rasmussen got it over to Hadley. Hadley outside, three on the way, and it got it. Another one. What a start. Riker Mickelson, the third Mickelson to play for Coach McAllister. Family moved down from Wyoming, and better location for them all.
Yeah, Wyoming is not on my list of places. No disrespect, but I'm cold enough here in Utah.
Yeah. And even just you feel like you got to be at the beach to be in Utah versus being in the elevation of Wyoming. Fall away from Burgess, no. That ball was knocked out by, it looked like it was off Mickelson. Ooh. Yeah.
I'm curious what kind of adjustments Coach Ross will make as they're spreading his defense out a little bit here these past couple of possessions.
That's kind of the other part of the game, right? Just find out, hey, what are they going to do and go do the adjustment. Kramer, one of the bigger point guards you can see in the state. Into the corner, Tom looking inside to Burgess. Kramer goes down the baseline, takes the bump, gets the bucket, and he has an and one. The foul will be charged to number 21, Andrew Anderson. Nice take and make by Tom Kramer.
Yeah, there's a little bit of a height mismatch, and Kramer's just as quick. So he made a quick little jab, go to the basket, bump, and finish. Cut this lead to 2.
It was interesting because at the Grove, or Valhalla, I should say, in the Valhalla, Lone Peak jumped out really quickly, and then PG kind of reeled them back in. I'm a little disappointed that PG students didn't show out the way they did in the home game, because that was a packed house that night. Both sides were full.
I mean, it's pretty packed across the board here, but I don't know, maybe the PG kids had too much homework to come down.
I'm going to see if my nephew's over there. Nice take. No. Left it short at the rim. Did Brown. We got the floor with Mitchell. Mitchell's got a drive game. Left hand. Can't finish. Burgess comes in for the rebound. Goes back up left hand. No. Cogswell tipped it out, but in the hands of Rasmussen, and then Cogswell going to get hit with the reach in. And that official is getting ready for softball season. I mean, we're pretty close to the doubleheader days for Courtney Littledyke. Division I softball umpire. Haskett, full court pressure with Rasmussen, cross court to Mickelson. Oh, it's a dangerous pass, but end up in the hands of Hilliard for 3. No. Lone Peak had 3 guys all kind of looked at each other there.
Yeah, they got a bunch of little guys and PG running all over the place, and it kind of threw them off on that last one.
It's hard for me to think, and pretty sad for me to think this is the last year Randy McAllister coaching the state of Utah. He already has his retirement home already picked out. Wow. He's already on his way out.
I mean, he looks pretty young, rocking the Jordans down there with the PG colorway.
So we both lost weight around the same time. He just kept his off.
Somebody found it, right?
I reclaimed mine during the worldwide whatever that was. As Kramer puts that ball inside to Burgess. Chamberlain outside Cogswell, now Mitchell. Haskett to Kramer. Tom will drive at Hadley.
Great scramble defense by PG there.
Back to Kramer, 9 seconds on the shot clock. Sends it back out. Burgess will pull for 3. Short board to Palmer. Mickelson got Burgess to commit. Goes at Mitchell and the block. Defender was still moving. Mitchell kind of turned.
Yeah, that was a great outlet pass that started it all. Good little pump fake. Yeah, PG's playing fast.
A whole new scheme for PG, and I just had to think, we get closer to the state tournament, they'll have it moving. And
The hardest part for shooting teams in the state tournament is that backdrop in those arenas that they're not used to.
Oh, this rebound off the free throw. Cogswell takes it away. Burgess quickly head to Mitchell. Now Haskett. Haskett drives at Palmer and one. Nothing there for Burgess coming in on the rebound. They'll put Haskett at the line looking for the three-point play.
That would have been a great follow if he did miss. Something
happened. Mr. Official still can't keep from laughing. See what it was. So Seth Haskett already hit a three. And now will stay at 5 points. He misses the and one. Quickly back the other way. Swatted away by Cogswell. Rejects Milo Johansson. Haskett inside, and another and one. This one to Hadley. Seth Haskett making a basket.
And they got a chance to take the lead right here. Things have changed. The crowd is into it. The students are going crazy. This is going to be a good one.
Taskett, there goes Seth Haskett. That's what the call was supposed to be, Hector.
I got to work on that, definitely.
No, I'm saying for me, because I was like, Haskett with the basket, and then it hit me. I'm like, what am I doing?
But it all started with Cogswell's block and him running down the floor. That's huge, especially against this PG team that can get up and down the floor.
So Seth Haskett just missed the free throw, coming back. That menacing Viking student section. And he does complete the three-point play this time. Full court press from Lone Peak. Rasmussen just got that one ahead. Corner three from Hadley, no. And the rebound taken by Haskett. Oh, their turnover. Kramer kept it in. It's not where the foot is, where the ball is. Kramer for three, back rimmed. Loose ball, and taken away by Hadley. Milo Johansson will back things out. Now an open three for Cy Hansen. Little wide. How about the pace this one?
Man, they're going fast. I'm not sure who the advantage goes to when they play this fast, because if PG starts playing up and down like this, they're not going to have the legs to hit those threes as we just saw Was it Hansen or?
Yeah, Cy Hansen.
Hansen miss wide left.
Should mention that Crew Fotheringham on the floor. So we got an older brother watching who's playing hoops in California, and then also another brother with the Las Vegas Raiders from a Utah Ute, tight end. Cole Fotheringham. As the three is short from Cogswell, rebound to Rasmussen. Here comes Carson. Drives at Mitchell on the baseline. Carson snaps it back outside. Here's Hilliard. Terminates, looking back out. Good defense from Lone Peak. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Possessions like these, we're grateful for shot clocks. As Hilliard goes at Kramer, fall away, crawls off the board to Cogswell. 2 years ago, they bring that ball back out and reset. Thank goodness for a shot clock.
Yep.
Kramer to the rim. And how about the quick start from the Vikings? And now a three-point lead for the Knights. Three on the way, and good. What the answer there from Andrew Anderson.
Andrew Anderson can go off. I saw him play earlier at Olympus at their tournament. And man, that kid hit like three in a row. But nobody on this PG team is shy to shoot it, I'll tell you that.
They're kind of taking the BYU approach this year. We're going to shoot as many threes and try to break a state record. Not just break it, shatter it.
I love to see how many attempts they've taken at the end of the year for sure. They probably average like 25 to 30 a game.
5 seconds. 3 seconds. Kramer with 2. Kramer got to shoot. Kramer, no. And then, couldn't hear the buzzer.
I think he peeked up at the game clock when he was driving left, and I think he got a little confused on that.
Randy wants the ball inbound near side, but Mr. Official said nope. Quickly into Rasmussen. 3, 2, hand it back. Anderson at the horn. And that will do it. How about a first quarter? Lone Peak 15, Pleasant Grove 15. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network on KSL. Start of the second quarter. Pleasant Grove 15, Lone Peak 15. Dusty Lister and Hector Marquez with you. And that first half was a quick start for PG. And Lone Peak came right back shooting the ball. Here's Seth Haskett. Another one for Seth. This is the most points I've had Haskett this year. 11 first half points for Seth Haskett.
I love to see the role players get in there and make things happen.
So jump ball and a little opportunity there for Lone Peak.
I like what Coach Ross is doing. He's putting some of his rotation players in, and mainly because they're smaller and quicker, and they can kind of hang with PG here as they're just small and fast and shoot threes.
And Crew Schwartz got his first moments there. Crew, of course, the grandson of Roger Reed, the former BYU coach, now a foul. Put the ball on the baseline. Sure, his uncles Robbie and Randy are watching.
PG's channeling their Robbie and Randy shooting all these threes.
Of course, Randy Reed, one of the leading scorers in state history. Duncan had a bunch of points. He didn't come close to Dad.
And he will still give you buckets right now.
With both of them had no shot clocks. You imagine they had a shot clock for Robbie and Randy?
They would have played faster.
It would have been unreal. Finding the cutting Mickelson, and maybe Burgess got a piece of that. I don't know. Robbie was awesome at baseball, too. That guy was so good at baseball. Kramer tried to find that inside the Burgess, taken away.
I got to play some pickup with Robbie.
Oh, Robbie. And the three there for Mickelson. And a tied up at 18.
It's always a lot better when Robbie's on your team and pickup than having to chase him around.
End up at the University of Michigan after his mission.
Yep, I think he's in their record books for like most threes made in a NCAA tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Really? Juwan had the 1 year, and it hasn't quite been the same since.
Yeah.
At the Chrysler Center.
They do have Isaiah Harwell has them on his top, whatever, 5 or 6 or 7. Michigan's in his list.
Well, out of bounds goes Isaiah Harwell at Wasatch Academy, and the tie for Lone Peak at Wasatch Academy. Of course, David Evans, the former state championship head coach here, went to Wasatch after winning a state title.
Wasatch is representing Utah very well in the Scholastic League now. The old NIBC, yeah, Paul Peterson, man, stud.
You know Paul's watching because it's got PG in it. He loves this Pleasant Grove program. Spends a lot of time in player development with Coach McAllister. So I'm sure Paul's watching if he's not playing.
Yeah, I don't know if they're in town or not.
I can't remember.
Can never tell if Wasatch is in town or not. They're always on the road.
Always. Burgess got past him. Passed up a layup. Ooh. Analytics coming into high school basketball. Passing up layups for chances at threes. Jackson Taylor knocks down the three. And don't tell me that's why, because that's not why. That was 8 passes later.
It just worked out. He got it in the corner, moved around, ball found him again.
Mickelson long. Rebound tracked down by Hilliard. Hilliard past Burgess. Jackknife it up, blocked away by Cogswell. About 2 or 3 blocks there for Ty Cogswell. Seth Haskett. No. And the rebound to Mickelson. Rasmussen, what a take.
Oh.
And then the foul's going to be to Haskett before the block on Chamberlain Burgess.
I was about to say PG's due for a lineup change, and sure enough, they're there waiting. See, this is where I'm a free throw shooter. I'll make the first one, and I'll miss the second one so I can stay in a little bit longer.
For a shooter, good luck.
He can't miss 2 in a row now, though.
No. Carson misses the first. Of course, Carson Rasmussen, the starting quarterback for Pleasant Grove, had an outstanding year. This kid, if you didn't watch him in football season, this is an absolute warrior.
Which kid are you talking about? I'm sorry, I missed that.
The free throw shooter, Carson Rasmussen. This kid gets the absolute, just shot after shot after shot, and he just keeps coming, just keeps going.
I think if I remember correctly, Mickelson told me that they're graduating like 30-plus kids on that PG team.
Yeah,
so.
On the football team?
Yep.
Ball tipped, and then got to Burgess, and that ball's off of Mackay Peterson and will stay with Lone Peak. So it's either, if you're a Lone Peak or you're a PG fan, do you want the foul or do you want the block? Take the block and place a D.
Yeah, it's a right call. I know the parents are upset, but
15 on the shot clock. There's one thing Lone Peak's messed up, or I say messed up, misfired on, is just keeping an eye on the shot clock after out of bounds plays. 6 seconds, 5 seconds. 3, 2, 1, got to shoot. Rob Ross was screaming at the top of his lungs.
It's not just Kramer or whoever has the ball. Everybody should know what's going on. Everyone on the bench should be knowing what's going on. That's not just on the kid on the floor. That's on everyone sitting down on that bench.
Absolutely.
I'll blame the students, too. The students should have known.
They should have been counting it down for him. Mackay sends that up top to Palmer. Palmer drives on Taylor. Had just a moment of daylight. Hadley had 2+1s in the first quarter. Mackay back out. Hadley. 7, 6, 5. Milo Johansson. Pardon me, that was Hanson on the take, couldn't get it. Burgess 1, 2. Lay it up and in.
I like how he avoided that charge. He just pushed off a little bit last second and was able to avoid that charge.
First points of the night, first field goal of the night for Chamberlain Burgess. 5-point lead for Lone Peak. Take by Palmer, no. Camera guy took a charge over there. Yeah, he did. Cogswell trying to fit that into Burgess. Hey, he got Carl Malone there. Palmer came from the backside on the entry on the inbound pass. Milo Johansson. Now Mackay Peterson, wide open. Hadley for 3.
Lone Peak got stuck in a bad rotation there. Cogswell trying to recover for the other man, but too late.
2-point game. Again, Thompson Kramer, it's so underrated.
Agree. I had a few college coaches ask me about him, and I think he's just starting to do some good things on the court. He's got a lot of good basketball left.
Yeah. Save that in inbound. Yeah, the foul to Palmer. He knows that immediately after it happened. Just got stuck in a bad spot there to Palmer, but picks up the foul, and now the ball will go back with Lone Peak as the line change comes back in for Pleasant Grove. Elijah Mitchell going to come back, or Enoch Mitchell comes on. I knew it was a biblical name. It took me a second. Burgess misses on the 3. Hilliard with the rebound. Carson sends that ball outside. Mickelson back out. Anderson on the drive. 15 on the shot clock. Out to Hilliard. Mickelson terminates. Good defense here from Lone Peak. 5 seconds. Oh, they got loose at Burgess. Gets the block, and that is a shot clock violation.
That was a great defensive effort by Lone Peak, man. PG is so fast, and Lone Peak was able to keep up with them. And then Burgess was able to erase that attempt.
And remember, it's all about verticality. So guys, well, you lift his feet. Well, no, you can jump. It's got to be straight up, and then you got a clean block. But if you jump forward, back, or side to side, you're no longer in defensive position, and you're no longer vertical.
I think in that last play, he jumped a little backwards, too. I think he was just backpedaling, but yeah, you're right. It's always kind of hard when you're a spectator to distinguish those things.
Well, especially if a guy jumps backwards. I've explained that to a lot of college basketball fans at a certain arena with a lot of blue in it. I didn't make a lot of friends that night as Cogswell lays that in. Mismatch, got a mouse in the house, and Cogswell finished.
Cogswell's playing well today.
Carson.
Oh.
Tight pass off of Brown, and then out of bounds from Hilliard. And the ball goes back to Lone Peak with 1:54 left in the half. Got to thank Eliza Larson. Only her second game running the camera. Her first game was the girls' game. A little nepotism, but she's making it worth it. She's proving it.
She's a pro now.
Yeah. And Kenzie Valentine running the system. Between the boys and girls game, this place gets filled up real quick. And I didn't get a chance to get things cleared up with Rob Ross. We'll see if we can get the Kenzie Valentine post-game show lined up.
Yeah, you know what? I love it when they have the girls varsity play before the boys. I think it allows more people to have eyes on the girls and the boys.
Yep.
It's probably easier on the parents, and it's more fun for the kids. I wish more regions would do this.
Yeah. Foul after the miss on the transition. The foul goes to Enoch Mitchell. And I agree with you. And part of it was hey, we want to help girls have a better crowd. Well, the other part is that logistics get a little easier.
Absolutely. When I played in California, the way that it was run is it would be girls JV, girls varsity, and then boys varsity, like all the time. And it was fun. I mean, like the boys get to support the girls and the girls get to support the boys. And it does build a lot more camaraderie, and it fills the gym definitely. As you can see today, it's pretty packed here at Lone Peak.
Well, I think the other part, too, is that you have some rural regions that don't do it, which always shocks me. Still, the girls play Tuesday, Thursday, boys play Wednesday, Friday. There's so much travel. I want to sync it up a little bit. And a lot of schools now still have 2 gyms.
I mean, especially in 6A, right? I mean, everybody's got 2 gyms in 6A. I mean, American Fork's got like 7 gyms.
That's a tough thing to say here at Lone Peak. The 3 on the way to Hanson. And that is too long. Hanson and Belcher get into it. They know each other well. We learned during the quarter break. I only say that because Lone Peak schools built last, meaning they were the last ones in. They and Timpanogos, they have the oldest facilities in the district. Baseline, Belcher got loose and won for Belcher. He was injured around Christmas time, able to come back. And he's made impacts, and the foul goes to Clay Hansen.
Last time we saw him play against Westlake, he took a shot to the head and he was bleeding, but he's making an impact right when he hits the floor here.
He got early season minutes, and then not sure exactly what happened. He sat for a few games, but has been big in region play.
I mean, Lone Peak's got a lot of guys that they could actually rotate in there. I mean, Cogswell's starting to get some good minutes. You got Mitchell. You got Haskett. Simon.
Yeah.
Neon Shoes out there.
And Simon comes out, and Crew Shores.
Yeah, you got Fotheringham earning some minutes as a freshman. They got a lot of guys they can turn to for sure. And Staley's not even suiting up.
Yeah, and Ike is injured. Ike got injured at the end of in the middle of the American Fork game. About a second difference between game clock and shot clock. 10 seconds. Good defense from Simon. Rasmussen with 2, 1
Wow.
at the horn,
Ooh.
and Hansen can't get it to go.
That was a great pass.
And that will do it for the first half, and Lone Peak look good.
Lone Peak started like they took PG's, I would say, like haymakers, I guess, from 3. I like what Lone Peak's doing. Maybe Coach Ross is going out of his comfort zone and putting a bunch of kids in, but it's working, so I like it.
Halftime score, Lone Peak 30, Pleasant Grove 21. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Welcome back into Knight Fieldhouse. Dusty Lister, Hector Marquez with you again. Knights basketball presented by Heidemann and Associates. Go to utah.law to find the law office nearest you. You can get a free consultation, so let them know that Rewind sent you. And if you can't go in person, you can do it virtually as well. Go to utah.law and set up your free consultation with Heidemann and Associates. But Hector, it was an impressive end of the half for Lone Peak. It was a great start to the game for the for the Vikings to get a rebound there, but Mickelson, but their offense kind of looked quiet in the second quarter.
But with a team like Pleasant Grove, they're so dangerous because they all shoot 3, so they can get. I mean, they're still in this game, but they could cut the lead quickly here with the way they shoot.
Yeah, a few possessions and it all changes. Outside with Brown. Brown firing that ball extra pass to Anderson for 3.
Right on cue. The one thing that Lone Peak did is they're switching everything, but they had somebody cut, and one person switched and the other person didn't, left Anderson alone.
Try to go high-low. That ball poked away by Brown, and it'll stay here with Lone Peak. That's Jackson Brown's little brother, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thought so. I thought I saw Casey Brown. It's Jackson
Casey Brown.
Casey Brown. I swear I saw his dad walking around.
Yeah, his dad's right here.
Over there. Over there. Let's say hi to him. So
the cool guy with the hat on the phone, checking all his money or something. I don't know what he's doing.
That's Jackson's dad. Okay, they're not brothers. See?
Yeah.
They must be.
They must be related somewhere down the line.
I've learned this because there's kids with the same last names like at Salem Hills. I'm like, that's got to be so-and-so's cousin or brother. Like, no, they're not related. You should know that. I'm like, well, there's not an SID that tells us.
I know, there isn't.
Quickly inbound to Haskett. Tom Kramer had a good first half, 7 points. Leading scorer in the night is Haskett. He had 11 points early into this game. There's Seth on the baseline, send it back up top to Kramer. Thompson gives that one up, 18 on the shot clock. Ooh. And the foul, getting a hand inside there. The foul going to go to Andrew Anderson.
That was a tough foul. They were playing really good defense. He didn't need that. Kramer wasn't even looking at the rim.
Just getting antsy, right? Just started getting antsy, trying to make something happen.
Yeah. Well, before they get subbed out.
Fresh shot clock off the foul. The first foul of the night. Well, we're 30 seconds away from the sub. So here comes Haskett. Where to go with it? Here's Kramer. Oh, nice take by Thompson. Kramer and extends the lead to 8.
That's the one thing that helps them is that length. So he's got a little guy guarding him. Spin move, there's no way that you can contest that.
He's a big body point guard.
About 6'4".
He reminds me a little bit, just a little bit. Not a whole lot. I'm just saying he's an oversized point guard. Remember that Jason Terry's little brother at UNLV was just so much bigger every point guard. He just back him down as Hilliard knocks down the triple. Oh, and Anderson with the pick. Here comes Mickelson. Got a little space from Cogswell. Send it back out, Hilliard for 3. In and out, and the rebound to Jackson Taylor. Jackson, dangerous pass to Haskett. He's left open. Can't get the 3 to go. And the rebound cleared by Brown.
A really good box out on Burgess there.
Anderson, long on the 3. Now, my introduction to PG Lone Peak was Tyler Haas versus C.J. Wilcox.
C.J. Wilcox, man, that guy was very impressive athlete.
And unfortunately for many, after their freshman year, Tyler owned that series.
Yeah, I think both have their. Does Halls have his jersey retired?
They don't do a lot of jersey retirements at Lone Peak.
They should. They've had some dudes come through here.
Absolutely. So timeout on the floor. We'll take it with them. 5:07 left in the third quarter. You're watching Lone Peak basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Lone Peak ball, 5:07 left in the third. They can inbound to the backcourt. Thompson changes gears, took a bump, didn't get a call. No. Down the floor now, Makai Peterson. Leaves it out. Now Makai. Send that ball to the corner. 3 on the way and got it. It's Hadley. Hadley got things started for PG with 5 points to start the game. His first bucket since the first quarter.
Great patience by PG there. They had a couple of guys that were open, but they waited for the better shot.
Send it out. Jackson Taylor, his second 3. And you let Jackson Taylor loose, he will absolutely bury you.
I think that's what Coach McAllister was telling his guy there. He's like, you can't leave him open.
Send it out. Clay Hansen. Yeah. It was a tough first half for Clay Hansen. Then he gets his first bucket of the night.
Ooh.
JT back rims the triple. And the rebound in the hands of Milo Johansson. Makai goes at Burgess, blocked away. Good hands there by Chamberlain Burgess. It'll be PG ball on the baseline.
That's always hard when you're contesting and you got to swipe down to block. Was able to get that one. My guess is that PG will shoot a 3 in this possession.
It's like Dan Campbell going for it on 4th down and 3. High percentage. 3 does not go for Palmer. Rebound to Burgess, head to Cogswell. Cogswell goes at Peterson. Can't get the finish. Burgess comes in, gets the board, the bucket, and the technical foul as he jawed immediately after. He thought it was a foul. Said a magic word or a magic phrase, and he's teed up. It'll be PG shooting free throws and getting the ball.
He could have said something nice to him, like, hey, are you okay? I'm just checking on you. That's what I think he said.
Thanks for breaking my fall. Rob Ross is okay with the explanation. And Chamberlain's going to come off the floor in favor of Belcher. In and out from Palmer. Nothing else to inject some energy into the building.
Definitely.
Palmer goes 0 for 2.
Burgess has actually been pretty good, keeping his cool this year, controlling his fouls and staying on the court, but it's an emotional game. You can't, Is what it is.
It was a big play. We got excited. Tell me what happened to you in a moment of excitement when you were 17 years old. Or 16. I guess he's only his junior. I don't know when his birthday is.
I was too scared to say anything in high school.
I'm not a hype guy. Like, when I go lifting, I still listen to country music. I'm not a big get me screaming, yelling guy.
When I'm in the weight room, it just depends. I could go from hip-hop to Boys to Men.
End of the road, man. That gets me going. Belcher comes in for the rebound. And now on the run with Kramer. Unless you want to go old school, I'll throw some AC/DC.
Nice.
But it's just good rhythm. Kramer, cut off by Johansson, sends out to Belcher. You want to leave Logan Belcher alone at 15 feet, he'll bury it. Cogswell turns it over, and the ball will go back to Pleasant Grove.
Checking in for the Vikings, Ethan Hilliard, Carson Rasmussen, Riker Mickelson, Andrew Anderson, and Jackson.
Wow, they're saying that was off of PG. It looked like Cogswell just threw it over Belcher, but
Coach McAllister's like, how could you say it went off of him? It was this far over his head. I think it's a good thing they didn't get. Well, they could have given the little meeting if they wanted to. The foul to Thompson Kramer. He went into his legs on the loose ball. And the argument's you're going for the ball. You can go for the ball, but you can't cut off that player that way.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like when the tag goes to the runner type plays. It had just happened so quickly. Could have gone either way.
On the floor, Rasmussen. Man, tell me McAllister's retiring. That dude's all over the joint. Rasmussen with 20 seconds on the shot clock.
How long has he been at PG?
He either started in 05 or around 04, because he's been there as long as I've been broadcasting. He's one of the originals. 3 on the way, short, put back up by Hilliard. The foul to Haskett. Gonna put Hilliard at the line to shoot 2.
I'm trying to think what other coaches have been around for a while.
So McAllister, Barnes,
yep.
Workman, and there's one more. Vince Francis and I were doing this the other night. There's one more that's been at the same school since 05. But I can't think who it was. And that might be the last 3. There's a free throw good for Hilliard. So Crew Fotheringham comes on. That was a big cheer on that free throw. And got them both. Okay, that's just family. That makes sense. 37-35, Kramer to Belcher. Logan lays it in.
Belcher's a lot more effective when he can catch the ball. Throw it over his head. There's nothing he can do.
When he can't get to it, there's not much he can do to it. Oh, nice move by Rasmussen. Cut off. Nice defense from Taylor. Brown sends it out to Rasmussen. Back out, Mickelson. 3 won't go. Rebound to Belcher. Good D by Lone Peak. Belcher's is not much bigger than he is. Send it out to Fotheringham. And Crew knocks down the 3. Luke Fotheringham told me my little brother's better than me. Just wait, you'll see.
The freshman gets his name in the paper.
And it's said on the stream. Let's go to the brothers. Cole in Las Vegas, unless he's home training. Luke playing hoops.
It's got to be awesome to have that many athletes in the family.
Oh my gosh, right? Rasmussen.
It's kind of like that kid, he's a linebacker at Utah, was over at Brighton.
Lander Barton?
Yeah, the Bartons, man. They got some athletes in that family.
The family reunion. The 3 from Brown, no. Rebound. Tried to be saved in there by Taylor. Good job there by Mickelson making that throw in tough. They got Lander, Cody, and one of the best athletes in that family is a cousin, Danny. Danny Barton was an outstanding volleyball player. A whole line of Bartons. 3 from Hilliard. A little strong, and rebound taken by Jackson Taylor. Coach Ross said, hey, let's hold up, get the final shot. Get to set up an outstanding 4th quarter. They played 3 times last year. 2-1 to Lone Peak, 5 seconds. Burgess, short rebound, and that'll do it. We go to the 4th. Lone Peak 42, Pleasant Grove 35. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network. Start of the 4th quarter. Lone Peak Boys Basketball presented by Heidemann and Associates on the Rewind Sports Network. Dusty Lidster, Hector Marquez. Got to thank Eliza Larson running the camera, and Kenzie Valentine allowing us just to call the game, run the system. But Hector, those first 3 quarters, I mean, Lone Peak or PG made a little run. Lone Peak able to sign it even after the technical fouls, able to keep running their offense.
Yeah, I mean, PG's going to keep shooting threes. I think the thing that Lone Peak has to be careful is they don't want to play that game because then they're going to let PG back into the game. So be curious how many threes PG can hit in this quarter, see if they could close the gap.
Clay Hansen misses on the triple. Down the floor as PG's going to extend their pressure. Kramer got past him off the bump and didn't quite have enough on it. It'll be Thompson Kramer. You have to remember it's this is Thompson Kramer. Will go to the line to shoot.
Does he go by Tom?
Goes by Tom.
Yeah.
I try to mix him up every time a little bit.
It's not a very common first name, I would say.
At all. Some people call me Dustin, and it's Dusty. It's not even short. Mom already shortened it for me.
Yeah. So it's not Dustin at all? It's
No,
just Dusty?
just Dusty. Had people in a different time, different place wouldn't believe me, and I have to show them like my social security card.
I work at a middle school, and there's a lot of names that are very interesting.
Let me show you my kids' names. They're pretty good. Not weird spelling, though. Kramer goes 1 of 2. 8-point lead. Oh, nice job there by Chantry Ross, pardon me. There was a loose ball that came out from the stands, and Chantry able to track it down.
Chantry was a player.
Yes, he was. 3 on the way. Milo can't get it. Rebound. And a timeout granted to Lone Peak.
Timeout taken by the Knights.
Little extracurricular.
They're all best friends off the court. We've heard that a couple times. 30-second timeout gives the Jazz to remind you we got coming up on Tuesday. Full slate of games here on the Rewind Sports Network. I'll be out of town, but the doubleheader, Lone Peak at Sky Ridge, boys and girls. Davis and Layton. You want a game? Have you been to a Davis Layton game before?
I have been to a Davis Layton game before at Davis, and I could not hear myself think.
At Layton, because the one side's the wrestling room, the other side fills up. It is unreal. And then the band's there. It's like right by our broadcast position. It is unreal.
I think the craziest games that I've been to was American Fork Lone Peak when Doug was coaching at AF.
Yeah.
Sometimes they had to move him over to UVU. Like it was
1 year at the Marriott Center.
I don't know that. But
Spencer
yeah,
Johnson, yeah.
it was insane.
That team of Johnson, Andrus, Bailey, and Rawson versus Frank Jackson.
How much talent has gone through AF over the years? That's
God.
insane.
And no state champ. Well, 2 state championships. Sorry.
Yeah.
How about this all gets loose, and Taylor knocks down a 3. It was 5 on 3 after the collision in the backcourt, and Jackson Taylor's third 3 of the night.
That's a layup for Taylor right there.
Palmer sends that out to Hadley. Oh, Hadley nearly lost. He got it back. 15 on the shot clock. Inside, Mackay. Back out, Hadley for 3. Got it over Burgess. Timeout granted to Coach McAllister. 6:16 left in the fourth quarter, full timeout.
How do you feel about calling a timeout after you
I
make
was
a
about to
bucket?
ask you. I've never understood the reasoning. Sometimes coaches say, well, we like to reset our defense. I'm like, yeah, but you got a little momentum. When you see the 3.
You let the other coach kind of set up, like, hey, let's not do that, let's do this. And I've done it before as a coach. I can't tell you what the reason is at the moment, but I don't know, sometimes I guess you can out-coach yourself. But McAllister knows what he's doing.
Yeah, if there's anyone,
he's been around.
Exactly. Well, it's funny, I was talking with Jason Workman on Tuesday about the shot clock and the games, understanding 2-for-1s that hasn't quite creeped into the high school game yet. And that timeouts, I was like, but timeouts can kind of become like the NFL, or you need them at the end of the game, not early in the game, to try to stop the clock with the shot clock to extend the game without just fouling the whole time.
Yeah, and I think the difference in high school, and let's just say college and NBA with the 2-for-1s, is that those guys are a lot bigger on the floor, so the rebounds are going to go towards, the defense. Here, you just want your kids to get a good shot.
Right.
Then they're going to start doing crazy things that you don't want them to do.
Quick up the floor, Kramer. Kramer along the baseline to Cogswell. Up the baseline to 3. That's a dangerous, dangerous pass. Taken away by Rasmussen. Back the other way. Lay it up and in for Brown. Baseline out to the 3 so often.
Well, with a scrambling defense that PG has, that's just not going to get through.
Not bounce pass, especially.
I mean, even if he threw a chest pass,
Right.
it was going to get intercepted.
Kramer outside. 6-point ball game, 46-40. Outside to Cogswell. Ty has a smaller Anderson on him, stripped away, foul by Rasmussen. Yep. Carson got him, and he'll put it on the floor. Only the second team foul of the quarter.
Looked like he got hit on the elbow.
It's the old Karl Malone slap. You gotta be better at that.
You slap Karl Malone, nothing's moving.
He was so good at it, though, man.
Oh, man. He's got the biggest arms probably in the history of the NBA. I don't know.
Oh, my gosh, really close. Remember when he got mad that David Robinson won Body of the Year? That's not why he knocked him out in 96, but I won't say it's not why. And then Cogswell going to get called for the reach-in.
I think David Robinson had a kid who was playing at USC as a receiver.
Huh?
I don't know if he made the league or not.
Oh, he did.
Then Karl Malone had some.
His son was an LSU lineman,
yeah.
KJ.
It's kind
Carl
of
Jr.
It's kind of crazy seeing all these old NBA, NFL players have these kids in the league now.
It is kind of nuts. As you send out to Rasmussen. No, and the rebound to Taylor. Haskett open for 3, and Haskett fouled on the 3. And the foul goes to, is that Hilliard? It'll be 3 free throws.
Looks like Hilliard got the worst of that foul.
It's his first personal, 13 foul. At the line is Seth Haskett. He shoots 3.
So 3 free throws for Seth Haskett.
This is where Lone Peak's kind of got to be careful that they just don't start shooting threes and let PG creep back into this one. And my guess is this lineup here is going to shoot as many threes as they can before they get subbed out.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you got to make hay while the sun's shining. Got the first 2, looking for the final one here for Seth Haskett. First points since early in the second quarter for Seth Haskett. 14 now, leading scorer in the ballgame.
I mean, coming into the game, I thought the bigs from Lone Peak were going to kind of dominate, but the smaller players of PG have really made Lone Peak change what they're doing.
Remember that first quarter, PG was getting that defense so spread out, keeping the bigs away from the rim, too.
Well, what Coach Ross did is he's having everyone switch everything. I mean, they're all around the same height. I mean,
3 from Anderson. Taylor got tripped up, and Anderson knocks down the 3. Got to get it in, Chamberlain. Into Haskett. Stolen by Rasmussen. Nope, out of bounds. We'll stay here.
That's Anderson's third 3. And a new set of 3-point shooters has entered the ball game.
New set has entered the chat. Taylor, ill-advised pass taken away by Makai Peterson. Safety on the football team as Hadley goes back out. Makai pumped the 3, now sent out. Hansen got it. Second 3 of the night for Clay Hansen. And a timeout to Rob Ross. 4 minutes left in the fourth quarter. We got a good one. We'll be right back. You're watching Lone Peak Boys Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network.
Every day, you can make a choice to sit and wait or to get up and go. How do you get up and go?
midway through the fourth quarter and a three-point game. And Hector, we talk about the three-point shooting at PG was going to keep them close in this one. Now with half of the fourth quarter left, now it's down to execution.
It is, and what PG is doing that is it's very noticeable if you're paying attention is they're driving and they're getting paint touches. So they're trying to draw two and kick, and the rotation guys coming from the corner, and that's why Anderson's getting those open looks in the three, or Hansen got that open look on the wing. It's drawing two and kicking. If they can continue to do that, they're going to get a few more open looks here.
Oh, nice ball fake there by Taylor. Sends it out to Haskett straight away with Kramer. Kramer inside out. Haskett from the corner. Can't get the three to go. Loose ball. Taken away by PG, and now a foul to Jackson Taylor. Second team foul of the night, or probably of the quarter on Lone Peak, the third on Jackson Taylor. Big missed opportunity there.
That was great rebound, though. I mean, you got little guys trying to box out, you know, Burgess, and I mean, even Taylor's not a little guy either.
Check in for the Vikings. In for the Knights, number 35, Drew Barberham.
Got to give it to the Lone Peak student section. They showed up big tonight.
They did. They're going all the way to the top.
You know, the heyday of Lone Peak basketball, I mean, it was a tough ticket to get. It would have been way warmer than it is right now, because it was so hot.
Standing room only, right?
It was, and it was all over the place. Remember that year, Frank's senior year, and they had the team from New Jersey come out, and ESPN did the game? It was unreal.
There it is. There it is.
Corner three. Ooh. Can't get it. Rebound to Cogswell. Go up to the floor, Kramer.
Yeah, earlier this year, the Hoop Fest was over at PG, and you got Montverde, Cooper Flag, and it was rocking. The cool thing about PG is they got that track up top,
right.
So you can really stand up there, get a few more people in the stadium.
There's only 2 gyms left in Alpine School District that does not have a track. As Kramer can't get it. Rebound now in the hands of Mickelson. Riker to the corner to Peterson. Now Rasmussen. Now looking to get to the rim. It is free throw line and turn around and look.
So Lone Peak doesn't have a track. Who else doesn't have a track?
Lone Peak and Timpanogos.
Timpanogos, okay.
They're the exact same gym. We're outside here with Rasmussen, 4 seconds, 3 on the shot clock. Rasmussen to Mickelson, no, and the rebound to Burgess.
It's a tough miss. Got to get back, make it up on defense. 2 minutes to go in the game.
One of the first layup opportunities since the first quarter we've seen taken by PG. Burgess goes at Palmer, stepped out, he traveled.
I think Burgess wanted a foul on the bump, and he did get bumped. But, I mean, you got officials standing right there.
So when you see Chamberlain just walk him down to the spot and then go to your back. Yeah. Instead of trying to do the spin move on the baseline.
I mean, he could just turn and hook on anybody on the floor right now.
Do you like the kicks, though?
Yes.
I couldn't do it. Look good on him. On the drive, Hadley terminates, send it back up top to Mickelson.
The thing that I think is cool is when they wear the same shoe and they mismatch them.
Yeah.
I wish I would have thought of that when I was in high school.
So it'll be inbound along the baseline after the timeout. Minute and a half left. We'll be right back. You're watching the Rewind Sports Network. And welcome back in. Dusty Lister, Hector Marquez. Minute and a half left in this one. 49-46. It's Lone Peak and PG at Lone Peak. It's always close. At least in the last recent years.
And on paper, you'd think Lone Peak would run away with this, but PG's three-point shooting is going to keep them in any game.
Well, Lone Peak opened up a pretty good lead, and PG's just been able to hang around and stick around. Yeah. And I did a Davis game earlier this year where Davis was up 18 points. PG came back.
The guy that Lone Peak can't leave open is Anderson.
Yeah.
He gets time to line one up. It's a high percentage kid.
Palmer triggers into Mickelson. Riker ties us up at 49. .49 all, minute 15 on a running clock.
Huge three for PG right there.
Burgess drives to the rim. No shot put on the floor. It'll be inbound along the baseline. That is the 4th team foul. 4th team foul, last one to give, so it'll be free throws after this.
Foul committed by number 3, Makai Peterson. It's his 3rd personal, 14 foul.
So the foul goes to Makai Peterson, number 3 on Makai.
Rasmussen checks in for the Vikings.
Run your best baseline play, right?
Yeah, throw it to one of the big guys. Get another foul on somebody.
Go into Chamberlain, Makai Peterson with him. Chamberlain sends out to Fotheringham. The freshman wasn't looking for a shot. Surprised you don't have Taylor out there in the situation. Inside of a minute left, down to 55 seconds. Kramer on the drive. Kramer floated up. Count the bucket for Thompson Kramer.
Huge and one. Really good take. He just keeps it simple, right?
Yep.
I mean, he didn't do anything fancy. Just caught the ball, rips, goes. Now he's got a chance to get the and one here.
And puts the defender in a spot where he's going to make contact, but misses the and one. The board to Mickelson. Chance to take the lead with a 3. And that's all PG shoots.
I think they've shot like 3 2-pointers today.
Timeout, Coach Mack. 36.8 left in this one. You see if they go 30 or full. And it's full. We'll take it. 36.8 left. We'll be right back. Welcome back in. Dusty Lister, Hector Marquez. Got a good one.
We got a good one here. 20 seconds left on the clock. Lone Peak's got a few fouls to give. I'm curious if they'll use them here.
Here's our part. Run them off the 3 because the 2, you're still going to come back with the possession.
I don't think PG is looking for a 2.
On the drive, Palmer terminates, sent out to Peterson. Mackay goes back out the 2 seconds, 1 on the shot clock. No good, a rebound to Mitchell, and now the foul. So we'll walk all the way to the other end. It'll be Enoch Mitchell shooting 2.
You got a decent look with the shot clock running down, but credit to Lone Peak on that defensive stand for sure.
Yeah, Lone Peak wins. Stay tuned for the Kenzie Valentine postgame show. She'll interview our player of the game. Currently, that would be Tom Kramer.
Tom's had a really good game. Big bucket at the end of the game right here, too. Anything could happen, though. 14 seconds.
Enoch knocks down the first. It's a big one. This next one's a huge one. 2 timeouts left for PG. Remember, the clock will not stop on a made bucket under a minute left. So the only way to stop it if you're PG's with the timeout. And Coach McAllister just told him, hey, get the rebound, run across midcourt. We're taking a timeout. Enoch got them both. 4-point lead. Timeout, Rob Ross. How about that for Enoch Mitchell? He hasn't scored tonight, hasn't taken a shot tonight. 2-1 layup.
So he came up huge against Westlake. He probably hit 6 free throws at the end of the game when Westlake was kind of surging. But yeah, that's tough. Come in off the bench and go make free throws so we can win the game.
Be willing to be the guy that gets it done, and they did it there. But now if you're PG, you have 2 timeouts left. You got to go to a quick bucket, obviously. 14.7 seconds left. You got to preserve as much time on that clock as possible.
Yeah, I mean, I would try to do something to get it back to the inbounder and get something real quick. But if they can get a shot off with 4 seconds and hit, then we got some action here. But I think Lone Peak's going to go with a little bit of hype back in this game, which is going to make it tough to get an open 3.
You put Burgess on the inbound?
I would probably put like Kramer on the inbound and let Burgess roam a little bit, just in case somebody does get beat. You got his wingspan heading out to a shooter.
Remember, at the lowest level of basketball, you cannot advance the ball. I tend to like it. NBA, we'd be putting the ball in midcourt for no reason.
I guess it depends what situation you're in, right? If I'm the guy that wants to advance it, I wish I could. But yeah, I like the old school Tyus Edney stuff, right?
Yeah, Grant Hill to Christian Leitner. Valparaiso, Bryce Drew. Mickelson, here comes the trap. Mickelson drive right to the rim. Got the foul call on Burgess.
He's lucky that one didn't go in.
I love Mickelson. This the family was like, all right, we're going right at him. He got the touch and he already throws it up in the air. So Riker at the line, he hit the big three to tie the game up at 49. Got the first. His oldest brother, well, I don't know if it was oldest, but his older brother, he was the start of all of our games for about 3 years. His brother had a buzzer beater at Olympus to open the season in 2017, I think it was.
Yeah,
Van Komen.
Yeah, Van Komen, man. I think Van Komen's at Hawaii Pacific right now.
He's a shark.
Finishing up. Not a bad place to finish your college career in Hawaii.
Yeah, absolutely. Got the first. And the second.
Looks like Coach Ross took that last.
Well, then he said no, and then he said, now go ahead.
Well, it saves McAllister timeout.
Yeah,
too.
It does.
I think he's got 2 in his pocket.
The miss on that one. So we'll have 8 seconds left. But yeah, you got Van Komen over there. You got J.C. Lichty's been there. Nima Namdar finished his career there.
Nima, big shout out to Nima.
Yeah, Nima back in the day at a different place. So we would do our top 5 plays, and we had a lot of Nima Namdar threes. And I would do it, Nima. I love that kid.
Yeah. Playing overseas right now.
Yeah. Runs the Powder League.
Yep.
And his little brother, Cena, is now starting to coach at Salt Lake Community College.
He is. He's doing some training with Lace 'em Up. Been able to know the Namdar brothers for a long time, and really good kids. There's a lot of really good players that are giving back, training, coaching. I love it. I love when those kids can still do basketball in a way for a living, right?
Yeah. It's also good when your best friend, one of your best friends makes it to the league and is willing to share a little bit, help you out. Frank Jackson is one of the best friends to have.
Yes, that would be good to have an NBA guy as a best friend, right?
8 seconds to go. Gonna have a foul immediately. Imagine you have a runner. Burgess is wide open. JT didn't see him. Burgess.
Last time Taylor had to throw a long one, it was intercepted.
That's true. He didn't want to get caught seeing ghosts.
Yeah. Burgess like, dude, feed me. That would have been a dunk.
Yeah. So now free throws big, 2-point game. Thompson, Kramer he's got to put both of them down to put this game away. Now, granted, 2 timeouts left for PG.
McAllister's going to ice Kramer here, or at least try.
So timeout on 4. We'll come right back. 7 seconds left. You're watching the Rewind Sports Network. 7 seconds to go. Thompson, Kramer at the line. Got to make both to put this game away. He makes one. Door's still open.
This is where I miss where that's 1-and-1.
Right.
I guess it wouldn't matter in that case, but I do miss the 1-and-1 days.
So 54, 51. Hasn't fired yet. There we go. 51. So 3-point game. 7 seconds left. And Kramer.
Ooh.
In and out. Tipped out of bounds by Mitchell. And a loose ball foul on
Wow.
Mitchell. and we'll walk all the way to the other end of the floor for double bonus free throws.
That actually might work in Lone Peak's favor because it takes the 3 ball away from
Absolutely.
PG.
Good call. Well, and it even hurts more with the 1 timeout.
Yeah.
I used to look at parents when you're out of your mind, but I haven't been a dad with a kid. And I tend to sit back.
I respect the parents that sit away from everyone. And just.
Well, Mickelson needs them both. And hit the first.
I was doing the Alta game and I had Bill Reiser next to us, and
what a good dude.
Yeah. You can hear him mumbling under his breath, but
sometimes he'll run camera.
Big shout out to Bill. Bill's a good dude.
He's a good dude. Go get your Handel's ice cream on 114 South.
Ooh.
Missed a second and a loose ball foul, Mekhi Peterson. And now we'll walk to the other end of the floor.
That'll make that upset parent happy because it was the same call on the other side.
But that one was worse, I'm sure.
I guess it depends what side parent.
Yeah, man. They're never happy when that stuff happens, right?
I mean,
it's never quite good.
Does anyone ever congratulate officials after a game?
Oh, and Bear just leaves it open. He needs to make this one, or you're leaving the door open for a buzzer beater.
I'm surprised that Lone Peak doesn't have another rebounder in there.
And he goes 0 for 2. Rebound, Mickelson. 3 seconds, now take the timeout. 3.2 seconds left. And now the age-old question. Your whole scheme is built around shooting threes. Do you go for the win or go for the tie?
I think McAllister's got like 25 plays he can do here to get a 3 at the end.
Yeah.
I expect a lot of movement, back screens, and depending on what Lone Peak does.
For who?
I mean, I don't know who's in there. It could be for anybody, but
right now you got Anderson, Palmer, Mickelson, and Peterson.
I'd probably have Peterson or Mickelson bring the ball in, have Anderson and Hansen in some kind of action, see if you get one of them open. But I mean, any one of them can hit a 3.
I'm watching right now what the diagram is. And what it looks like right now, it is go for the win. He is going to have a trailer going right to the rim. So if the last thing he did was circle, it'll be a left angle 3.
Sometimes the play doesn't work and you hope that the kids can make something happen.
Right.
So
3 seconds to go.
Peterson inbounding.
Rasmussen near side. Mekhi. Triggers into Rasmussen. 1 second. Mekhi at the horn. Oh, he just baked off, and Lone Peak hangs on. Final score, Lone Peak 54, PG 52.
He had a good look. They took a long time. I'm surprised they got that one off. Great gritty win by Lone Peak for sure.
And expect to see this one again. They played 3 times last year. They got one in the state tournament to go to the site. It could happen again.
I don't know what it's going to be like for the coach to get the seating and see PG on the other side and try to scout them. Good luck.
Absolutely. Kenzie Valentine will get us a post-game interview momentarily. Right now it'd be, I think I told her to get Thompson Kramer.
Congratulations to both teams.
So let's see, we got, oh, shoot it to the, I sent her to the wrong side.
Home game is Tuesday, February 13th, right here. When Lone Peak takes on the Ivy Tigers. The varsity girls game next Tuesday night as they head to Skyridge, and next Friday night as they head to American Fork.
The girls' lockers over there.
Until then, actually, we have a lost key. If you have an Eagles lanyard.
Well, I set Kenzie up, so let's get some final thoughts here, Hector, what we saw tonight.
I like that Coach Ross made some adjustments, started switching everything. I like that he went to his bench. He trusted a lot of guys that might not get as many minutes. Enoch Mitchell came up big. Obviously, Tom Kramer. But the crazy part is Ike Staley still set to come back. PG is just dangerous. I would hate to play them. It'd be really hard to put up a defensive scheme against them, but I mean, this region is just tough.
Yeah, it is. We get closer and closer to the state tournament. Again, our final score, Lone Peak 54, Pleasant Grove 52. Our player of the game, Thompson Kramer, made big buckets down the stretch, played huge in big moments, and a big win for Lone Peak. And again, for Hector Marquez, Kenzie Valentine, who got set up by Dusty, went to the wrong baseline because I set her up. I apologize, Kenzie. And for Eliza Larson, I'm Dusty Lister. Thanks for joining us for watching Lone Peak Basketball on the Rewind Sports Network.